time. Haven't done one of these since my sleepwalking / ghost experiences, but this time we're going to talk about like 4 years ago. Well, I was thinking about it because I was FaceTiming my friend and we were talking about planes. And I was like, I've rode a plane by myself before. And like, it's really weird because, I mean, that was 4 years ago. I would have been 11. 11, and I'm afraid of heights and afraid of planes. Had to go on a plane by myself. And this morning, a memory from Facebook appeared on my newsfeed, and I was like, wait, okay, so that was 4 years ago. And so I figured out, oh, I'm gonna do a story time. So here I am. Let's do a story time. 4 years ago, I was in Texas with my father, and we were helping out my grandma and my granddad because they live in Texas. And me and my dad were there for a while. My dad, he left because he had to get back to work in Georgia, which is where I live. And then I was there with my granny and my grandma and my grandpa, and I had to go on a plane by myself to get home. So we go to the airport that morning. I remember it very well. But the pilot or flight attendant or something, they came up to me and they're like, "Are you Katie Ward?" And my grandparents are like, "Yeah, she's Katie Ward." And they're like, "Okay, well, it's time for you to board the plane before everyone else does because you are a single passenger. You have no guardians or anything." It's like, okay, I'll do that. Because they didn't want me to go missing or anything like that. That's basically why they do that, I think. And so I go on the plane. But I'm crying. I am doused in tears. I go onto the plane. I put my stuff where it needs to go. I get like kind of all situated. I'm like, crap, I left my jacket. So I have to go up to the person who brought me to the plane, or like flight attendant or something, and I'm like, hey, I forgot my jacket with my grandparents. And they're like, okay, you have to hurry though. And so I run to my grandparents, get my jacket, start crying again, and then hug them and leave onto the plane. And then I remember it like this. There was a pretty cute boy. He was pretty cute. And he was sitting, and he sat like next to me. Like, there were 3 seats in a row, and like I sat like right here, and there was a seat here, and then he sat right here. I was just like, you're so close, but so far away. And I remember that like I was traumatized. I was freaking out so bad, and I didn't have a phone at this time. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have like anything to like go, like no electronics except for maybe a DS. And like a crappy like iPhone that doesn't even send text messages. Like it's more like an iPod. And I was by myself. I couldn't contact anyone for support or anything at the time because I didn't have any way to contact them. So if something happened, then I would have been dead. So there's a bunch to this story. Okay, so it's been like half a day since I filmed that. I'm sorry, but I'm here trying to edit on my computer, and the footage is missing. And then, so now I have to explain. Okay, so basically, I was on the plane, I was doodling and everything, trying to get my stress to go down. Okay, so there is this flight attendant also that he looks like Thor. So I was fangirling the entire time that I was on the plane. But I had to keep asking him, hey, when are we, it's like, how much time left till we land? Because I was like, I don't know, I was freaking out, anxiety, everything. I had a lot of problems back then. And he kept telling me different times, like, he would first tell me, like, oh, 45 minutes, and then next he'd say an hour because we're delayed for landing or something like that. And I was like, okay. So I said this earlier, but there was a cute boy like next to me, and his father though was like in the next row, the row like next to us. Like, this is our row, this is his row, and he's like right here, basically next to me. And I could tell I think he was like, I didn't notice this until like now, but he might have been an alcoholic, because he would just kind of like talk, he talking to his son, and like all of a sudden he'd be like really like slurring his words a little, kind of like a little bit of a rude guy. I mean, you don't treat your kid like that. He was kind of shady. I could tell he was his father though, because facial features plus the guy next to me, the cute boy, he kept calling him dad or something like that. So could just tell. And that boy also, he opened up some beef jerky while I was eating beef jerky. I was like, cool, we got beef jerky. But I was just having such a hard time because I was 11 in a plane by myself with no one to really comfort me, and I already didn't like heights. Like, I would freak out. I don't go on roller coasters still. I don't know. I'm just kind of not that person. Like, my dad built me a treehouse. I didn't like going up there because I always felt sick to my stomach because I don't like heights at all. And I was just stressing out the entire time. But thankfully, my nerves finally ended, and we landed, and me and my mom, I saw my mom, like, after, like, walking out of the, I forgot what it's called, it's like that bridge, I guess it's a bridge to the plane, and I remember walking into the airport off of that thing, and I'm just like, oh, there's my mom. Like, I was like freaking out at first. I was like, how is she gonna find me? I bet she's parked somewhere and I don't even know how to find her. And like, I'm freaking out, and I don't know my way around the airport, but I found her. Everything turned out fine. And yeah, that was a very traumatic experience for me, because I am freaking worrying 24/7. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe down below. Bye!